Awesome. Yeah. We can start now. So hi guys. This is Chris from Dora Hacks. Good to see you guys again. It's been a while, I know. And welcome to today's workshop for waves. Um, so today we are very happy to have Bram to join us again as the workshop speakers. So welcome, and I hope everyone will uh, enjoy today's workshop. And today's topic is getting started with wave signers. I guess I won't talk too much here. Just as regular, give the stage to Bram. Feel free to jump in. Yeah.
All right, thank you. So last time we were developing a simple DOP, and we will continue basically on this. So there were some questions like, it's nice that you write it up, but how can we interact or connect it with a UI, with a simple UI, a simple front end? So what will we be doing today? We will be setting up a simple UI project. Most of you probably will already know it. We will install the needed packages to connect our wallets with our DApp. So we will make use of WaveSigner. And then we will continue with showing some data we get from WaveSigner. And as last, we will do invocations done with WaveSigner. It will all be very basic, but it should be enough to get you started, especially if you have some knowledge beforehand. So let's start with creating the project. Everybody has his own favorite project, probably, but for this purpose, I'm going to use the Quasar framework. Let me see. So we're gonna start npm init Quasar. So we should say npm init Quasar, then it asks us what kind of application we want. We just go with the default options for now. We just say, okay, the folder is fine. We go for view 3. We select TypeScript, but it's all preference, Webpack, okay, package name, Quasar name. For now, all the default options are basically fine. Okay, we can just select, okay. Yes, use npm. Okay, so basically now we created our very basic setup. Once it is initialized, we will show how it looks basically. So we will start with a total clean sheet. It needs some time to initialize. Open folder. Okay. Okay, new terminal. So we go obviously to the project folder. Let's close all this stuff. And we get a basic project set up with all these kinds of things. Where, oh, yes. Where did we go wrong? And maybe I closed it too early. And the init wasn't completed fully. Let's see. Okay, so let's try it again. Okay, so yes, we want this. Continue. Yes. Okay. Continue TypeScript. Webpack. Fine. 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 Okay. Fine. 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 Yes. Use npm. Okay. He needs some time, it seems, for this dependency. Let's wait a little. He's continuing finally. He still needs some time to get initialized. Okay, now he's making progress. Like I said, you can basically pick any of the frameworks you like. I just picked this one because it's quite easy and fast to set up once it's initialized. Okay. Okay, so no, it's fully initialized. She creates a project with package.json. Node modules is. Let's now go to the project folder. That's this one. I have multiple npm versions on my device, so I always need to pick the correct one. Okay, so let's see. Am I not in my quasar? Yeah. So let's see. Overflow. No. Why doesn't he want to start now? And, why isn't he starting? It should be working. Let me see. That is all the same. Yes. Am I not in the correct project? Yes, I should be in the. Okay. Okay, so let's get to this project. So let's remove the code that I did right, so we can take all this, put this in a comment. This is default code. We just remove this for now. I remove this. Okay, so why is he complaining? He's not happy because I'm not in the right directory. Open folder. Store like here. Okay, open. So now he's finally going to be happy. NVM. Okay. So he's now building our first UI version. Okay, so source, component, pages, there is layout, main layout. So basically, when you start with a new Quasar project, it looks like this. So you have an empty project, you see it's just a default layout and some stuff. What is then the next thing we should do? Let's open a new terminal. We should be installing Waves Signer packages. You can find those on the Waves platform Signer GitHub. There is some documentation about it. So github.com/wavesplatform/signer. And there you basically see how to install the Signer library. So we select the Signer library. What does the Signer library basically do? It's some kind of abstraction that makes it easy for all kinds of methods to sign transactions to connect with your UI. So if we then go to our new terminal, we say paste. I'm in the correct folder. Let's quickly check it. Yes, I'm in the correct folder. So we say paste and install WaveSigner. Just like your regular npm package, basically. After we install WaveSigner, we can already continue looking. We have different options to connect with it. Provider seed, provider web. Basically, provider seed is with a seed. Provider web is with the waves.exchange seed. You have also provider cloud, and you have also different ones like Waves Keeper, so Waves Signer Keeper. We can also look that in the Waves documentation, so docs.waves.tech. There we have an overview from all the possible providers. It's a bit bigger explained than on the GitHub. So basically, we have different options to connect. Email-based account, seed account on WX, Ledger, or MetaMask Power extension even, or from a seed. For this demo, we will just keep it with Provider Keeper. Of course, when you have a bigger UI, you can scale it and make it extensible. So you see, what do we need for the Provider Keeper? npm install, and we need Waves Provider Keeper. We already did the signer, but we can here, where was I? Here I was, so we paste it. The signer we can remove since we already installed it. It doesn't harm to have it to do it again, but just let's remove it. Okay. So now they are installed. So what can we basically do now? We can import them in our project. I already did import them here in the project. So if you look at the import, we say import signer from wave/signer, and we say import provider web habit this time. So we need to change that to provider keeper, since we decided that we will work with keeper. So since we changed that one, where is my GitHub? So here you have an example what's the minimal configuration to connect. So we're gonna now use the provider keeper to import. So we now basically have very simple imports, but we aren't really using them yet, you see? Because we don't use them yet, they are grayed out. So if we then go look at our online information, you see that you need to create a new signer object and a new keeper project, and then create a provider. So we can say, okay, let's do it. So we are first going to create a new signer object. Very easy. Is new signer. In the ideal world, you might want to pass your own node URL to it to make sure it's that it does have a high enough uptime. But because this is just for demo purposes, we can go with the defaults. So if we now say we need to have the provider keeper, then we gonna instantiate this one, constant keeper is, we can again take that from our tutorial, well, to README basically. So github.com keeper-wallet basically. So we can copy paste that, and now we did set the provider to keeper. So what is keeper for the people that don't know it yet? If we go to a browser, you have a small icon, keeper wallet. It's basically available for almost any Chrome store. For almost any browser store, sorry. So if we go look, keeper wallet, you see here you can just add it to Google Chrome or remove it from Chrome. So where were we? So now we have signer initiated, and we basically have the provider set. So now we should be able to create a login function. So what do we need to have a login function? Let's just create a small button like the one that I put in a comment. Let's use Q button. That's a default Quasar element, basically. So we say connect our wallet, and then we're gonna attach a method to it. So we say add click, and let's call it the login method. Oh, something goes wrong there. Yes, like this. Okay. So if we now will have it reloaded, it automatically, why did it crash? Let me see. Is he still complaining, or was it still an old complaining? Okay, let's just yarn edit. Okay, copy. I know what I did wrong. Of course, it's not Waves Exchange Keeper, but it's add Waves Provider Keeper. So that's the error. That's why we see this error. Okay. So the UI is automatically reloading, as you can see. So let's see in our console log, what does it say? New signer is not defined. So we still have some issue that we have something undefined. What is undefined? Of course. New signer. It's a typo. There need to be a space in between. So let's reload it again. Okay, let's reload our app. Okay, so now we have our button Connect Wallet. Of course, when we click it, we get an error. Login is not a function. Let me increase it a bit. So login is not a function. So of course, it won't be doing anything. So then we will be creating a function to log in. So what can we say? Async function, login. Most of you developers might already be familiar with it. So, and let's just say for this purpose, alert and something. So we first gonna connect this function. If we have this function, we do here return login. So we return the function to our view. This is framework specific, so if you have a different framework, it might work different. You see, it works now. So connector wallet says test. So what do we need then? We need to log in into our browser extension. So if we go look here, it's also written out here. You can check if the wallet is installed. We're gonna skip that for now. And then you see a basic example. Dus your application is ready to work with Waves platform. Let's test it by a basic functionality. So you see, to get the user, you do basically await signer.login. So we're gonna do the same. So we say const user is await signer.login. So now our signer will be logging in. It will probably reload. Yes. I will put that in the same tab. That works a bit easier. So when we see now connect wallet, why is he not happy? Console connect wallet test. Or maybe he didn't. Wait. We have login, yes. We return login, yes. Signer login. Okay, so alert, we're gonna adopt it. Test plus user punt address. So we're gonna display our user address. There you see. Now it basically, the error message is a bit ugly, but we are basically logging in and we are displaying the user address. Of course, that's a bit inconvenient to not store it. So we're gonna make use of a reference to store the value. So we have the logged in user reference. So we say logged in user dot value, and then we can say we want to store user dot address inside. For that to work, we of course need to return it down here, and now we can use it somewhere in our UI. So let's make a div here, and there we're gonna use our value logged in user. So if we now go look here and we press connect wallet, now we see that our user wallet is registered. Of course, this is all very basic, but what did we do at this stage? We did install Wave Signer, and we were able to connect with the user wallet and connect with the blockchain. So now you see the user wallet, and now we can continue building with it. So our DApp last week was basically about NFT minting. Now, obviously, it would be very nice If we were now able to use that, let me get the DOP link again. Let me see. Yes. So our DOP that we created, let us open that to remind again. So the DOP that we created, it's loading. I'm not the patience guy. Let's go to the Explorer. It's the wrong one. If we go to the Explorer, we see our DOP from last time. We have the script with basically the mint NFT callable. Why isn't Wave stop loading? No clue why it's not loading, but anyway. So we have our DApp with one method, and now we would basically want that if a user is logged in, he can mint his NFT. So we have a button for a user to log in. Now let's create a button to mint for an NFT. I already prepared it here. So what do? We create a button, we add a function to it, and we say create an NFT. So if we reload it, then we see that there is basically a button, but it isn't doing anything at all. So then we are going to implement that method to mint the NFT. So we decided to call it mint NFT. We create a function, and we say mint NFT. So what do we need to do in our mint NFT? We can go look to, there it is loaded. So we say, okay, here. This is easier to see again what we need to do. Invocation with a name and an image hash. So what do we see now? What do we need to do now? Implement a smart contract invocation. So if we look here in the documentation, there will be invocation. Info. I'm not searching. Invoke. So once again, docs.waves.tech is a very great website with a lot of useful information. So basically, what do we see? We do see the minimum data that is needed with all the required parameters. So you can see where the star is required, the other ones aren't required. So if we then go to implement this, we say mint NFT, we compose our data. What we then need is we need to store what DOP do we want to query. Of course, we want to query our own mint DOP. So here it is. So we want to query our own mint DOP. Let's see here. Okay, we want to define the fee. This is not always needed because it can also automatically calculate the fee, but let's just add it. And do you remember last time we had the need of a payment of minimum 2? So we will add a payment. Basically, what does a payment do? It's sending your funds to the smart contract. Asset ID null. That means that we are going to pay waves, so the base currency, and we say amount 2. Then after this, we need to implement the call. We can delete this. We implemented this already. So now we're gonna define the call. Oh. Okay, so we're gonna define the call with the function. So the function, like I showed you in the smart contract, here is mint NFT, so you can copy paste it. And we also seen that we do need 2 arguments. So let's now say args, like this, And if we go look in the documentation, where we are, here with the documentation, you basically see that it's an array with a type and a value. You can copy paste that. Okay, like this. We need two strings, so we're just gonna say string, and this can also be a string. I have a formatter that formats it nice, so we're gonna have it second time because we need two arguments. So what arguments do we need if we go look? A name and an image. So let's say our name is value Dora hex 2, and our image, we can reuse the image from last time. So let's see, let's just use me as an image again. For the people that don't remember yet anymore, this is an IPFS image hash. Basically, it's an image of me, but we will be using it for the demo purposes. So for now, we're also not going to focus on input boxes and stuff like that. So we are really doing the basic scope of sending a transaction. In the perfect world, you want to make this dynamic on input boxes or whatever, and do it like this. So now we have a simple transaction. We have the data, but with the data, we can't do anything yet. We still need to send it. We basically still need to send it and broadcast it. So if we go look in the docs again, you can see that it's basically an invoke. So let's scroll down. So you basically see here, we have our data prepared, and then we do an invoke. We can just take that over. So let's say here, that's here. So we need to do that here. Of course, ours doesn't call data. We called ours mint data. And then let's also just throw a pop-up to make sure that we know that we did hit the button. Mint button clicked. So what do we still need to do? We of course need to return this function. Well, the formatter will fix that one for me. And we can now see mint NFT, create an NFT. So if we then go look in our DApp, we have now this button. So we can say connect world. We see we are connected. And we say create an NFT. At this stage, you will be seeing that Keeper will have a transaction ready. You will see the Dora hex. You will see we pay some waves. And that we have like the string. Okay, so we say sign the transaction and then we get mint button clicked. So if we now go look to our transactions, let's refresh it. We basically see, it needs a bit of time to load. Here it is. We basically see that we did do our call. So we did mint an NFT, and we basically now have here our NFTs. We have our payment, and we see our new name. So imagine that we now want to make the name a bit more dynamic. We can basically use any kind of variable inside. So we should or could say user.address. So we want to attach our address to the arguments. Of course, this is all for demo purpose. In the real world, you're probably not gonna want to attach an address. But if we then know here, go click create an NFT. Why did we break it? We did break it. User is not defined. Aha. I don't need to use the user, I need the logged in user variable. And I need to use .value. Okay, so let's see. So if we connect our wallet, we see our wallet appears again, and we can create NFT, and we see, oh, why is it undefined? Something went wrong there. Something went wrong with our, what does it say? Invalid. For some reason, he is. So we say connect wallet, or wallet is connected, create NFT. Why does it say he's undefined? Mint NFT. Let's pass this variable here. So if we say logged in user, we pass here. Okay, logged in. I know it already. Logged in user is an address. So we don't need to say address because address doesn't exist. But okay, let's say we pass the parameter here. So we say address double point string. So we then can say address. Okay, like this, and now it should be passed through our method. Let's connect our wallet. We are connected. Create NFT. There is the pop-up. Yes, and now you see our wallet is connected. Developing is always a bit trial and error, as you can see. So what else is interested about this Waves signer? There are also a whole lot of other methods. So as you can see, you have all these signing methods, but you have also, for example, get the balances. So if we would want to get the balances, we could do that the same. Let's see here. So we could here say, okay, constant balances is await signer punt get balance. So if we look on it, it gives us back an array of balance. Let's just log it for now because we are also limited in time, so we can't do too much. So if we say console log balances, we should now be able to log our balances once that we log in. Let's inspect it, console. Let's clear all the errors. So we are logged in and we see that we get all the balances. This is very convenient, for example, to develop something, or like if you want to create a portfolio, display something like that, and all that kind of stuff. So what did we do today? Because we are about to finish. For a small recap, so we installed WaveSigner. We connected with the blockchain. We connected with our wallet, like you can see. We created a login button, and we did a simple invocation. This invocation sends our data to the blockchain, like you can see here. So that was basically the tutorial for this time. Oh, there Chris is. I was already missing you, Chris.
Yeah. Sorry
Oh,
for
there you are.
yeah. I think my computer just got stuck for a couple minutes, but yeah. Thank you very much, Bram, for this another very detailed introduction workshop for our developer uh, communities. I think um, it definitely very helpful for developers to better understanding about the concept behind of waves, so that they can achieve like easier progress in the future to build something upon waves. And for all of the developers who and audience who are listening to the Waves Hackathon, I mean the workshop right now, the Waves Hackathon is still ongoing. It's gonna last until the end of March. So if you are still interested in something to build on top of the waves, it is still a good timing. Basically, you will get the fully support from both Waves Labs team and Draw Hacks. Um, so if you are building something that innovative and legit, please seize the chance and join our hackathon. And we are very looking forward to see you there. Yeah. Yeah, great. Thank you again, Bram, for your time and contributing. Uh, I hopefully we can see you soon,
Okay.
again in the future. But yeah, thank you again. Thank you very much for the workshop.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.